Adulting is a scam. It's a scam. So the topic today is things I wish I knew in my 20s. So things I wish I knew in my 20s and slash what I would tell the 20-year-old me. I've just, been reflecting and thinking about what I've learned and what I thought I knew that I really did not know in my 20s. And just what I'd tell myself if I met the 20-year-old me. What would I tell that girl? And maybe somebody will get some inspiration, somebody will learn something, it will help somebody who's there now. I don't know, whatever the case is. So let's get into it. Number one is I would tell myself, or things I wish I knew, is that everything will work out. Everything will work out. Everything will it will be okay, right? Because in your 20s you're figuring yourself out. You're figuring what direction you want to take in life. Who do you want to be? What do you like? What don't you like? Um, you're confused. And I remember especially during like my last year in campus, I really struggled with now what direction do I go to, right? And even though I was finishing up on this professional course that I'd been studying, I just felt like, what exactly do I want to do with what I've learned? Where do I want to, like, where do I start? And I was so confused. Like, how do you start? How do you start? Like, I was just, no, I'm going to start tarmacking, looking for a job and all of that. And like, what career direction do I want to take? Do I want to move out? Do I don't want to move out? Like, what, all those things you think about when you're transitioning from finishing school, tertiary education, and just transitioning into adulting. So I tell myself, like, chill. Imagine it will all work out. It will all come into place. Everything will fall into place. Everything that's meant for you will come. Everything that's God's purpose for you will happen. Of course, I really prayed a lot during that time, and I just told God, like, this is what I'm passionate about. I don't know how to apply that to my life, but guide me, show me, lead me to where you want me to be, open doors for me. And God was really, really faithful. And I just want to say, I would just say to myself, like, don't worry too much about it. It will work out. It will all come full circle. Everything will fall into place slowly but surely, right? So that's number one. The second thing that I would tell the 20-year-old me, or thing I wish I knew in my 20s, guys, please tell me if you relate, or this is just a me thing. Honestly, I wish I knew adulting is the ghetto. Adulting is the ghetto. Please, and please correct me if you've had a different experience. Correct me if adulting for you has been the suburbs. Like adulting has been great for you. Me personally, adulting is the ghetto. And this is not to say that I've not had amazing things happen to me or I regret my life. No, it's not. It's nothing about that. Just the aspect of adulting, the things that adulting requires and includes, is a ghetto. Adulting is a scam. It's a scam. Growing up and being in school and everybody, I feel like we are constantly looking forward for the day we will be independent, move out, be adults, do adult things, not have to answer to anybody. And sometimes we rush that process because we want so badly to be adults. Because I don't know who lied to us or what we watched or what influenced us to think adulting is the bomb, is the place to be. Trick. Hey, Adulting is it's an extreme sport. It's an extreme sport. It's a ghetto. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's hard. Curveballs, galore, like curveballs. Like you will have to deal with things nobody prepared you for. And especially, I don't know if it's, I think adulting in my country, in Kenya, in Africa, our education systems, it's just now recently that it's changed to the competency based curriculum, which looks a bit more like giving life skills to students and everything. The a system that we grew up in, the 844 system, it doesn't prepare you for adulting. Oh, titration, chemistry, that doesn't prepare you for adulting. What are these? Logs, they don't prepare you for adulting. They don't. You're bombarded with all this knowledge about things and very little real life adulting skills. Writing CVs. I think we did learn a little bit about writing CVs in English, but it was so like brushed over. Those are not the things that curriculum focused on, right? Taxes. Nobody told, like, taxes. How do you file your taxes? Why are taxes important? I think we did do taxes in math, but nobody tells you how it's applicable in adult life, right? Interview skills, right? How do you even identify what careers you want to go into? Like, what are your passions, right? Like real life adulting skills, I feel like we were ill equipped. And so you're then thrown into the ghetto of adulting and you figure it out on the way. And it's tough. I'm not gonna lie. If you're in your 20s and you're over there, or teenagers who are just eager to get out there into the world and be adults, treated like adults. The price is high. The price for being an adult is so high. It's hard. It doesn't mean there's not some good perks. There are not some highs and good things about it. But to be honest, it's hard. Adulting is hard. Be prepared for it. Prepare your mind for the hardships that the adulting ghetto brings, right? Number three thing that I wish I knew in my 20s, I kind of feel like I should have delayed moving out of home, right? And I never thought I'd say this because all my life, like many 20-year-olds, many teenagers, I lived for the day I would move out of home. I dreamt about it. I planned for it. I wanted it so bad that I remember my first permanent job. Like I graduated from campus in December of 2013. By February of 2014, I had gotten my first permanent job. Was it February? I think April. Yeah. By April of 2014, I had gotten my first permanent job and I moved out the same month. Like my first salary, I moved out. That's how eager I was to move out. And at the time, just different situations and circumstances at home made me feel I didn't want to stay there longer. And maybe for that time, I made the right decision. But I also feel like knowing what I know now, I would have maybe waited a year or two. Maybe just saved up a little bit. Bought a few more things. I had bought a few things because I had a temporary job during that whole year before graduation. So I bought a couple of things, but I had no clue that I needed way more things than I had. So I just wish I had saved up a little bit more. I just wished maybe I would have just chilled just a little bit more. I don't know. I have a sense, knowing what I know now, I have a sense that maybe I would have been better placed to start life if I had waited for a year or two. like more comfortably, because I know somewhere in the middle there, like I moved out, and then my, your first job, you're just being paid ridiculous peanuts. Tell me if you relate. Like people's first jobs, any, I don't even know how I survived, to be honest. The pay was so low, and then I discovered that living in Nairobi is an extreme sport and hella expensive. And yeah, financially, honestly, those first few years of working and adulting were hard. And somewhere in between there, I contemplated going back home, but my pride, I couldn't. And my pride, one, and two, I'm a fighter and I don't give up. And I couldn't fathom myself going back home for everybody to see I've given up and for myself to know that I quit. No. I was like, if I'm gonna die out here, well and good, but I am going back home. But I wish I had stayed home a little bit, just like a year or two, and just gotten my finances in order, bought a few more things, and just, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. You can't go back and you can't, I don't have regrets per se, but knowing what I know now, um, I would have probably done that. I should have probably done that. And also, I feel like if you have moved out and you're really struggling, because I'm telling you, we're living in tough times. Tough times, like, economically and everything. Guys have lost their jobs, there's pay cuts, there's um, unemployment rate, I'm sure, is going to go through the roof. COVID has just messed everything up. If you are that person and you moved out and now you're feeling the strain, you're in your 20s, you're young, you really wanted to move out, you did, and then now just stuff has gone to the dogs, like stuff has gone left. Please don't be too proud to ask for help. And if that means, if you're in a position to be able to move back home, some people move out because they have nowhere else to go and they cannot be at home for many reasons. Families are messed up. Sometimes you just cannot go back. But if you're in a position where you are not kicked out of your home, you're comfortable, you're not comfortable, but you're able to go back, don't die by yourself. Please, if you're able to, you're young, you're in your 20s, you got to that place where you can't go on, please consider moving back home for a little bit until you're like stable enough. There's a point where you can't, to be honest, go back because, you just have to weather it out and you're old enough and you've been gone too long or whatever. But I'm just saying, if you're in a position where you feel that you cannot continue, please consider moving back with someone who can help you out, getting a roommate maybe who can help you out with, you can cost share, moving back home, moving back with your grandparents, your aunties, wherever you feel you would be able to be comfortable. Don't die by yourself, okay? And point number 4, which is actually my last one. I thought when I started writing this list, I thought I had more things. But yeah, came up with 4. Enjoy your 20s. In fact, enjoy every stage of your life. Enjoy every season of your life. And I did enjoy my 20s. I had fun. But I feel like I could have enjoyed them more. And I say this because, I don't know, first of all, there's this mental slavery thing that as human beings, we are constantly waiting for the next stage. So when you're in primary school, you cannot wait to be in high school. When you're in high school, you cannot wait to be finish school. And be independent and be in college or campus or whatever. And when you're in campus, you can't wait to, like, we are constantly chasing the next level. And oftentimes, we miss out on the level we are at. We miss out on enjoying this level. And in many ways, I probably did that as well. Like many or all of us do. I don't know. I feel like knowing what I know now, I should have just told myself, like, this is what it is now. Enjoy it. Enjoy it to the max. Right? Enjoy it to the max, man. Like, just live it up. Live it up is what I tell myself. And I wish live it up. For real. Like, this is the time to just go crazy. I'm not saying mess up your life, make ridiculous decisions that will mess up your entire life. No, I'm just saying responsibly. Yes, responsibly live it up. Live it up. Do whatever you want to do. Like, don't hold back responsibly. Again. Yeah, and I should have just shared that mentality of, I'm now waiting for the next stage. And just like being in that moment 100%. Two, I also feel like there's a firstborn's curse or a firstborn's burden where, I don't know if other people, please tell me if you're a firstborn, if you suffer from this, where you feel like you carry everyone and everything on your back. It's like you're a second parent in your home. You parent your parents, you parent your siblings, you want everybody to be okay, you're so busy, and you just constantly want people to be fine, everybody to be okay, you want to fix everything and everyone. And I carried that for a long time. When you're firstborn, you're forced to mature faster, quicker, because you have to be the responsible one. Everybody you have to be the role model. You're pushed to grow up very quickly. And there's some things in so doing that you miss out on. Some things of being a child and being young and a teenager, because you're so responsible all the time, right? And I just, knowing what I know now, and over the years as I've grown older, I've let that stuff slide. I'm not that person anymore. Let me tell you, first of all, I have enough of my own stuff to carry. I care about people. I'm such a natural and caring about people, but I'm not carrying people on my back. Even the people I love so much, I pray for them and I release them. I don't carry that anymore. But knowing what I know now, I would have told myself, Chick, Eva, stop carrying everybody. Stop worrying about everybody all the time. Stop wanting to fix people and things and situations. Leave them. You're not God. Let God do his work. Let God do his work. Stop trying to make everybody okay and fix everyone. And I think in so doing, I would have enjoyed my 20s more. I think I would have. Yeah. So yeah, those are my 4 things that I wish I knew in my 20s. And I think the essence of life is to pick the lessons and grow. Sometimes those lessons are your own, from your own experience, meaning that you have gone through that, and then you have picked the lessons later. But then also, it doesn't have to happen to you. You can pick lessons from other people's experience. So yeah, I'm hoping that this video was one of those where you have picked some lessons from somebody else's experience, real life. And if you're in your 20s, man, enjoy it. If you're in your 30s, enjoy it. If you're in your 40s, your 70s, whatever age you're in now, can you be present? Can you be there fully? Enjoy every season, the ups, the downs, and everything in between. Love it, love it, love it. So that you never have to sit back and say, things I knew in my 30s. Hopefully. And may you be better. May you get better with every season and every stage of your life. So wishing you lots of love and light and blessings. Thank you for watching this video. If you're into this stuff, comment, subscribe, and share, and come back again for another video. Bye.